Hello to fans, this is Duskull. I'm here to talk about the Godzilla community. Now, this is just my perspective. Now, this is just what I see from the community. Sometimes, sometimes I look at them like, awesome, but other times I look at them like disappointment. Really, disappointment. Damn, I was gonna say waste of space. Fuck. Before I get to that, I want to say one thing. I love Godzilla. I do. I've been a Godzilla fan since I can remember, I believe. My first Godzilla movie I've ever watched was Godzilla vs. Mothra. The very, very first one. Not the one that, not the 90s one. Not the Battle for Earth one. No, not that one. I saw that one way later. I got introduced to Mothra and Godzilla right there and then, and I love that movie so much. That was one of my first movies. Then after that, I saw the Smog Monster, and then after that, Destroyer Monsters, and I instantly got hooked right after that shit. I love Godzilla, always have and always will. And then got a figure of Godzilla, whatever the Heisei version of Godzilla. So let me talk about something real quick. Look, the new Godzilla series, Singular Point. I'm just getting 3 episodes in. I love the series. I love the episodes. I really do. Most people have mixed opinions about it, but to be honest, guys, this show is, look, when I hear people look, this is why I have a big argument with the Godzilla community. At one point you want dinosaur fights. Okay, not even, I can't say dinosaur fights. At one point you want kaiju fights, giant monster fights, right? You want that, and that's cool, But yet you complain, oh, I want human story. Okay, here's human story. Oh, but there's not enough monster battles. What do you want then? What do you want? Oh, but there's Godzilla movies that do both finally. Yes, I know. But guys, there's other Godzilla movies that do the opposite, that show more monsters and have more human characters than other Godzilla movies. That's mostly, if you look at mostly all the Godzilla movies, they've been like that. Look at the first Godzilla movie. Oh, do I have that here? I don't think I have. Oh, yes, I do. I have it over here. Look at the first Godzilla movie. I'll pull that shit up right now. The first Godzilla movie is a classic. Great. This is not a monster movie. This is a horror movie. This is a horror movie. If you never watched this movie, watch this movie, alright? Godzilla is scary, badass. This cover was badass. I fucking love it. Having the fucking planes flying on through him and shit. It's fucking badass in this movie. I fucking love this movie, man. It is depressing, And I want to talk about the other anime Godzilla ones. The 3D animated series of Godzilla that a lot of people didn't like. Godzilla Planet Earth, Godzilla City of the Edge, and the other one Planet Eater. I just got done finishing that franchise, and to be honest, I didn't mind it. I liked it, to be honest. And the thing is, people complain about that series because too much human characters and shit like that. And I'm just like, okay, so you can't watch the original Godzilla then. Too much human characters? Okay, here it is. Oh, it's too depressing? Okay, here it is. Then you can't watch this then. What Godzilla do you want? Seriously, man, it's the same people that fucking rant about Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm like, do you know what a Godzilla movie is? Godzilla movies are all of these movies combined. You could pick whatever Godzilla movie you want to make. People think that this is a Pacific Godzilla theme that you should make, and that's it. All the movies should be like that. Are you stupid? Like, look, one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time. This is my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. And this right here has good human characters, great soundtrack in my opinion, and good monster battles and good monster story too. I fucking love this movie. This movie is great. But the thing is, there's other movies that have fun with its campiness. Like what? Let me see. Like a little bit with this one. This has fun a little bit with its campiness and shit like that. And so does this one's a little bit more serious, obviously still grounded in realism and shit, but it still tries to have fun. And then that's why I feel about these two movies. These two movies are trying to have fun, but at the same time, people want to be like, oh, more human characters and everything like that. Which is like, okay, you get, to me in this movie, I don't get the complaints for this movie. I really fucking don't. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Like, really, literally, like, you had good monster battles and good, pretty, and to me, to be honest, pretty good human characters. Not the best. It's not like, again, it's not like this or even this or even what is it? Where is it? I just had it. Even this, right? These movies right here. These movies right here have good character moments, and they do different things. One is a little bit like this one, you know. I mean, like this one, but it's still having fun, you know. It's not like all serious as this one, you know. But still, this one is serious. And in these two movies, in my opinion, you have more human characters than any of the Godzilla movies. You know, I'm sure there's other ones that have more. You know, like these two series right here. Like these two. I love this. I love these two. These are both sequels to each other. I love them. I really do. I love them. And these two movies are good examples of having humans and also monsters together. You know, a balance. Look, I understand you guys want balance of like kaiju and this does the same thing in my opinion. This one does not. Look, I don't have a complaint with this movie. I like it and stuff like that. A lot of people say that, oh, you know, Godzilla's barely in it. Godzilla's barely in the original too. But the thing is, what pissed me off with this movie is that when they were showing fights, they just pulled away. That's what pissed me off about this movie. It didn't piss me off, oh, well, Godzilla was barely in it. No, look at the original. Look at some of these other Godzilla movies that he was barely in it. Like, for crying out loud, look at this movie. You know, like, Godzilla and Mothra Battle for Earth. Yeah, I made my own cover for it. I hope you like it. I don't know. I kind of imagine, you know, the little girl that is with Mothra and all that. Her name's right here. I kind of drew it so people can be like, oh, cool. So the little girl basically drew this after, you know, the whole battle between in Japan and stuff. And it's like, yeah, basically. So that's pretty cool. I did that. But I still, all these Godzilla movies, I am going to get the, hopefully they have Singular Point on DVD whenever it comes out. And they do have Godzilla Earth, the whole series on DVD. I think it's on Netflix. I mean, not Netflix, on eBay. You can get it on eBay. But I'm going to get that. You know, I want to put that on my shelf for the collection of Godzilla, because the story with the human characters in the story, you got to pay attention. You really got to pay attention, guys. Look, I know you Godzilla fans just want to turn your fucking brain off and watch a monster fight. I get it. I fucking get it. But when the movie's trying to tell you something, probably educate you, or look, if you're looking at these movies and don't want to be educated, then why the fuck would you go to school then? Oh, we need to go to school so we can learn something. But then if you do your fucking goddamn history, some people don't even go to college, and then some people that do go to college find out that everything that they learn from college is a lie. I mean, from school is a lie. You find out in college that, oh, for example, Christopher Columbus fucking raped a whole bunch of fucking little kids. Alright? Seriously, man. Come on, man. They don't tell you that shit in school. And then you have fucking people, well, at least I get a day off. Yeah, you get a day off. You get a day off, right? Or for you to get that day off is, you know, colored people getting fucking slaughtered and killed and raped. That's all you had to get. You know, congratulations. I'm happy you got that day off, you motherfucker. Sick motherfucking pieces. This is the problem that I have with some people. Some people have that stupid mindset, and some people in the Godzilla community have that fucking mindset. And it's usually the top ones. I'm calling you all out. All the high YouTubers that are fucking talking in the Godzilla community. I'm calling you all out, except for what? Godzilla Wiki. I'm not complaining about you guys. You guys are actually cool. I like the breakdown stuff that you do in with the monster stuff. Because you know why I like those YouTubers? Because they don't have to put, oh, I don't know, their agenda in a way of how they feel about these movies. Instead of looking at these movies with a critical eye. Not with these eyes, with your third eye that's in your mind, man. Seriously, man. Look, most people are like, oh, this is some spiritual enlightenment stuff. No, this is knowledge. Yes, it's knowledge. And this is common fucking sense. You know? Like, guys, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Don't look at movies for entertainment. And if that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life, then you're never going to learn shit. You're never going to learn anything. You're not gonna learn anything, man. For crying out loud, the movie Men in Black, for example, you know that thing that can erase people's minds and shit? That's real. That's real. And if you don't believe me, there's an article that literally says we're about to invent something like that. Don't fuck with me with that, man. That shit's true. All right? Look it up. Look it up if you think I'm fucking goddamn lying. And then come back to me and say that, oh, I'm wrong or you were right. No, seriously, go right ahead. I encourage you to look for that so you can tell me that I'm wrong. I want you to tell me that I am wrong. You have a perfect opportunity, do it. And if you haven't done it, then you just told me that you're lazy and you didn't do it. So going on, moving with Godzilla. Look, this movie talks about, if you want to talk about it in an educational way. Look, if you want to talk about look, all right, the Godzilla Planet for Earth series. Godzilla Planet of the Monsters series. That, you know what that whole series is about in an educational way. Let me enlighten you a little bit. You know what that really is? That is where what is it? Some beings that came to this planet and started thinking that they could take over this planet. And that was a long time ago. There were other people here in civilization and all that shit. And Godzilla is part of the planet, right? So who's Godzilla? Who are the people that are all Godzilla? It's color people. All right? It is. It's color people. All right? For crying out loud, you look at the movie, and for crying out loud, who's in the who's part of the land? Look at Mothra's twins. Their color. You know, you don't see Mothra in the series. I wish we did. That's the one flaw I will give the series. I wish we had Mothra. You know, we saw her in a silhouette, but we didn't see her as like a. That's why I kind of wish there was a fourth movie. Oh, you had Ghidorah, or you had Mothra with that Ghidorah movie there. You know, that's just me. That's just me as a fan that loves Mothra and Godzilla and King Ghidorah. I just love those characters. I love them when they're on screen and stuff. But the reason I talk about this too, guys, imagine, look, you know how the Transformers movies, people don't like them and stuff like that? But in a educational wise, if you look at it in another perspective, in a third eye perspective, you'd be like, wait a minute, this movie's actually telling us all history and shit like that, or what happened in this planet. Yes, but the reason people don't like it is because they'll think of it as like a person that got toys of Transformers and decided to make a movie about Egypt with the Transformers characters, and then people be like, that's not in the Transformers universe, what are you doing? You know, they might use some stuff from the Transformers universe, but overall it's talking about another story that's not part of the universe, and people get like, what the fuck, you know? People get upset about that. But the reason they do that is to tell you guys what the fuck's up around here. What the fuck is, they're making these movies and laughing at the people, laughing at you because you're not seeing what's right. Oh, look, we're showing what happens to this planet, and these people have died, and we killed them. And we're giving them, and they're giving us money. What idiots. That's how they think. I'm not laughing at you guys. I'm just imitating what these government people act when they make these movies or technology and shit. Oh, look at this technology we have. We stole it from them, and they're going to think that's brand new and shit. You know, for example. You know? And I do like the ending for Godzilla, what is it called? Godzilla Planet Eater. That ending when the main character you know, takes like a little ride, and he goes straight to Godzilla, and Godzilla does a nuclear breath and blows him up. He dies. You know, the ending, you know, a lot of people say that's kind of a depressing ending. It is. And it's supposed to be like, you know, grounded and not grounded, but like more dark and stuff. But people, I don't know what the thing is. What do you Godzilla community want? What do you want? Do you want more monsters, or do you want more human character story, or do you want both? Because we can't have both, and we have got both before. You know, I'm not saying we can't have both. We've had it before. But it's clear as day, people, what they want to pay attention to now more. Monster character development or human character development. They don't want to do both. They could do both, but they don't want to do both. Why? Because they feel like one is more fun than the other. If they do both, then they could... Look, some people are just not good at making both stuff. And apparently, the people that have been working on Godzilla stuff are not really good at putting human and monster characters together to make a good character story. We already had movies that were like this. We had people that made movies that were like this, basically, that can do it. But we have people that make movies that make stuff like this that don't want to do it and maybe can't do it. And other people get upset about that. And it's like, guys, these are different versions of Godzilla anyways. Even back then, back in the 60s, that shit was campy and all that. People look at that and be like, oh, that's shit. But yeah, it's funny though. Some of the people in the Godzilla community would say that's shit, but once they want a movie of Godzilla, they'd be like, oh, hope that campy, a little bit of that campy shit is in there. I'm like, I thought you hated that. I thought you hated Godzilla flying and fucking going like this to jet wire. All right, another one, you know? Like, come on, man. Like, for real. Are you guys going to be pissed off that Godzilla smiled in Kong versus Godzilla? Oh, I don't want him smiling. It's creepy. For example, just an example. I'm just giving examples, people. Like, come on. What do you want in a Godzilla movie? What do you want? Because right now, I'm not saying we can't have both, but look at it right now. Judging from all the movies we got from recently, from the Godzilla movies right now, it looks like they don't want to give us both. It looks like they just want to give us one or the other. Okay? Is that dividing the fan base? It shouldn't. Because Godzilla movies were supposed to be like that anyways. They're different hodgepodge. Why do you think there's different? Why do you think there's the Showa era, the Heisei era, the Millennia era, the TriStar era, which it wasn't a much of an era, but you know, still, there's something. You know? And people always want to be like, oh, I want a proper Godzilla movie. I want a proper Godzilla TV series. I'm just like, you actually got it. But you want more monsters than human characters. And then when you get there, you complain that there's barely any human development. And I'm just like, then what do you want? They're listening to you and they're doing it. And then you keep saying, oh, fuck this movie or fuck the anime. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Again, going back, I know you want both. But we're not getting that right now. And not to say we can't have both in the future. In a way, I kind of feel like Singular Point was kind of like that. But, you know, oh, we're holding Godzilla until the end. Why wouldn't they? Godzilla's, to me, that's smart. Hold the main character until the end. Oh, but the whole thing is called Godzilla's Singular Point. Look, Godzilla's Singular Point is actually really fucking goddamn smart of what it's telling you about dimensions and all that shit. Alright? And different, what is it, times and shit like that. It's really smart. Okay? Some of you, for crying out loud, you mean to tell me these people that make animes and all that know more knowledge than these scientists, and you want to listen to these scientists? What do you mean they know more? They do. What are you talking about? How do you think we lived in Egypt? No, seriously, what you thought how we lived in Egypt? Like wild animals? Who told you that? Who told you we live like wild animals? Who told you that? Who told you that? Look back at your history. Look back at all these movies too, of the Godzilla movies. They all tell you something. They tell you something, what happened in ancient times and shit. All these Godzilla movies. Every time Godzilla fights another monster, what does that mean? He's fighting another Titan. Stupid concept, right? But they're giant monsters. Yeah, kaijus. Who calls... The reason they call them kaijus, the reason they call them giant monsters is because, just like in that movie, Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, they came to this planet and they saw monsters. Who came to this planet? Do you want me to be Pacific for you? The founding fathers, Christopher Columbus. He sailed the high seas. High seas? What's the high seas? High seas. What's the high seas? You guys are talking about like it's like smoking or something like that. Or literally the high seas of literally the sea. High sea. My God, if it was more Pacific heaven seas, you'd be like, oh wait, he was actually in space? No shit. This is what all these sci-fi movies are all about. Why do you think people love sci-fi? Why do you think Star Wars is a phenomenon? Even George Lucas himself said it's not movie, it's a documentary. He said that in an interview a long time ago. I remember looking at that documentary when I was looking at Star Wars stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's not movies, it's documentary," and I'm like, "What?" And no one's not listening to this. He just said it was a documentary. That he said it's real, and no one doesn't give a fuck. And I'm looking at all these Godzilla movies, and I'm like, these are all documentaries, and yet you guys think it's fucking entertainment. That's why you guys are arguing to each other. That's why you guys are not happy with these Godzilla movies. Because you're not knowledge to the fact of what they're telling you in these movies. If you don't know your history of this planet, for example, if you didn't know slavery happened in this planet and they made a Godzilla movie talking about slavery, but Godzilla's like, you know, destroying, you know, the people that doing the slaves and all that. For example, I'm not saying there is a movie like that. I'm just an example. You'd be like, oh, that's just entertainment. But if I told you it was real, you'd be like, shut the fuck up. No, it's not. You see, when you talk about fantasy and stuff to people, people are like, that's fake. Really? So then the giants are fake then. If you're so religious and shit, or you believe in giants. If you think all of this is fantasy, then don't believe at a white man that lives in the sky with a beard. It's funny that colored people will believe a white man is up in the sky, but not a brother or a sister. Who told you that? See, this is why we're happy you don't do your research. And the reason I call out you Godzilla fans is because you guys don't do your research. You don't. For crying out loud, you guys started arguing about, oh, Shin Godzilla. Shin means new, oh god. They're killing Godzilla 2014 or they disrespect 2014. But if you look up the word Shin, what does it mean? It doesn't mean new. It doesn't mean God. Look up the fucking word. For crying out loud, some of your food product said hot, spice, Shin. What does that mean? Fire! It means fire! And what does Shin Godzilla look like? It looks like he's not Fire Godzilla, but it looks like he's like a zombie burning from the inside and it's coming out a little bit. You know? That's what Shin Godzilla means. Fire Godzilla. And it makes sense because look at the atomic breath he's doing. It's more powerful than all the atomic breaths, except for what? Godzilla versus Kong? Because that nuclear breath goes through the hollow earth and shit like that, which, again, people want to make fun of. Again. You see, this is why you guys are arguing amongst each other. This is why you guys are not happy with these Godzilla movies. Could we get something better? How about, look, I understand you want to be satisfied of your own ignorance, basically, but these movies and these Godzilla stuff are not going to try to be ignorant for you. They're not going to be slow for you. They're going to be smart because this is the time we live in. This is the planet now we're living in. If you're not going to catch up, you're going to fall, all right? All right? All these old movies and all these even new ones tell you shit. You need to look at them, and if you don't, that's your fault. That's why I have a problem with the Godzilla community. And if you don't grow the fuck up, then I'm going to look at all of you like literally children. Oh, look at it! Giant monster fight! Ah! But what they're telling you, what? I just want to see a monster fight. Don't talk to me. You're not a Godzilla fan.